crazy. Chill. My bad, y'all. Can't be serious, bro. Can't be serious. Single thing he can handle. Tyson Fury had every single thing he can handle. Number one thing that I noticed with Tyson Fury, the number one thing that I noticed with Tyson Fury in this fight is he couldn't move. He couldn't move Ngannou. He couldn't move him. Like, he was hitting him with the shots, and Ngannou was just sturdy, man. Ngannou was just super sturdy. But honestly, man, a lot of people are saying robbery right now. I'm looking at a lot of people saying robbery. I don't know if I think it was a robbery, guys. We gotta be clear here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. There's a lot of people saying robbery inside of my stream right now. A lot of people saying robbery. I don't know if it was a robbery, guys. Guys, we are running to conclusions with the robbery stuff. Okay? Honestly, we have to be clear. We got to be clear. This is a round game. This fight is about rounds, guys. This fight is about rounds, okay? Outside of the knockdown. Hold on. Outside of the knockdown, okay, which is a 2 points, and maybe round, I think it was 8. Was it 8? I think it was 8 where Ngannou really started to get off a little bit. Okay, that's 3 points, and maybe one more round. Maybe. I'm being generous when I say one more round. At the end of the day, that still gives Tyson Fury the fight by 2 points. That's a 6-4. I mean, I'm giving Ngannou 3 rounds with a knockdown, which is 4 points. So, I mean, maybe a draw. You can argue a draw, but to sit here and scream robbery, I don't know about a robbery, guys. I don't know about a robbery. What I will say, it is 100% a moral victory for Ngannou. 100% a moral victory. That I will say. He did 20 times better. Matter of fact, 100 times better than I think 90% of the, matter of fact, 99% of the boxing community expected. Most people expected this to be an easy fight. All Tyson Fury had to do was defend the punches. But Ngannou was not very active in the fight if you really pay attention. He was simply looking for counter punches throughout the night. Okay, Tyson Fury was still leading with the jab. Tyson Fury was still landing right hands. Tyson Fury was still doing things even though he didn't look like the Tyson Fury we expected. Even though he didn't look like the Tyson Fury we expected, we can't call it a robbery, y'all. We got to be so careful with the robbery stuff. Now, did Ngannou do way better than we expected? You damn right he did. You damn right he did. He did way better than we expected. To the point that I think that Tyson Fury is contemplating hanging him up. To the point, that kind of point. I really believe that he's contemplating hanging him up. But we got to score the fights on a 10-point scoring system, guys. Outside of the knockdown, did you guys think that he won round 1? Did you guys really think that he won round 1? Did you guys think that he won the other rounds where both men weren't doing too much, but at least Tyson Fury was leading the action with his punches? He was landing some right hands. The issue is that Tyson Fury couldn't hurt him. Tyson Fury never dropped him. You see what I'm saying? That's the main issue. You know what I'm saying? But Ngannou is a freaking monster. I got to give that man 100%, 100% of my respect. He came to a boxing fight with only MMA boxing experience and pushed the champion to the world to a split decision. And honestly, if you said he won the fight, I'm not mad at you either. I'm not mad at you either if you said he won the fight because it was a close fight. But see, I'm looking at it, scoring it like a judge in this particular fight, and I didn't see him really do much other than drop Tyson Fury. Okay, he caught him with a left hook counter when Tyson reached in with the straight right hand. Okay, and on top of that, I thought he won. I think it was round 8 where I think he like got off like some real good combinations and some good shots. Where I was like, oh, that's definitely a Francis round. But outside of that, he was just sitting and waiting for the counter punch. It was not a robbery, y'all. It was not a robbery. You know what I'm saying? You guys are very emotional, man. I tell you, man, boxing fans, you guys are so emotional. Y'all don't look at things from a clear view. Y'all look at things from an emotional view. Y'all look at things from an emotional view. Your emotions is talking. For all the people who are pissed off right now, saying that he's a robbery and all of this stuff, y'all looking at it from an emotional view. Y'all got to look at this thing level-headed, guys. Calm down. Relax. It's boxing. Relax. Who did the activity in those quiet rounds, guys? Those are the rounds that you got to pay attention to. The quiet rounds, not the loud rounds where the couple of big punches got landed. Okay, you guys need to calm down. Y'all need to calm down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's happening here is y'all see a knockdown and you see the champion not looking the greatest that y'all expected him to look, and y'all want to scream robbery, man. This is crazy to me, man. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. Definitely. It's not a robbery, it's a close fight. For all the people who are saying it's not a robbery, it's a close fight, salute from Coach Anthony. Coach Anthony is giving you guys a salute. Thank you for looking at boxing with a level head. Thank you for not being an emotional person that just looks at boxing matches and thinks that a fighter won because he got a knockdown. That is the uneducated eye. The educated eye is paying attention to all the nuances in every part of the round. Yes, Tyson Fury did not look great. No, I'm not saying Tyson Fury dominated. No, I'm not saying Tyson Fury won the fight like the champion we expected him to win against a novice boxer. But he didn't get a gift. He didn't get a gift. He still won the freaking fight barely. But he won the fight. You can't say robbery, y'all. You can't say robbery, man. Like, and even if you feel that Ngannou won the fight, how many points? Hold on, for the people who are calling robbery right now, for the people who are calling robbery, how many points did you think Ngannou won by? 8 points? 7 points? What are y'all looking at? I'm just curious for all the people who are saying, "Oh, coach, oh, I'm unfollowing you," whatever. For all you people, what round? How many points do you think Ngannou won by? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's what I want to know. I guess y'all think that he knocked him out because he got a knockdown. A knockdown is 2 points. Okay, you can't win a fight because of a knockdown unless you get a knockdown and you win several others. So you're telling me that he won 4 rounds? Okay, which of the 4 rounds did he won? And even if he won 4 rounds with the extra point, okay, that's a draw. So you're telling me he won 5 rounds plus the knockdown. I want to know which 5 rounds you gave to Ngannou. Which 5 rounds did you give to Ngannou? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Yeah, y'all funny as hell, bro. I swear, y'all funny as hell. Y'all funny as hell. Yo, this is good, Joe. Like he said, 83-97 Ngannou. Yo, y'all some funny people, man. Y'all make me laugh. Y'all some funny ass people, man. Yo, I must admit, this is why I've always hesitated. This is why I've always hesitated doing reaction videos. This is why I've always hesitated talking about boxers, because look, I'm talking to a bunch of emotional people. I'm not talking to professionals. I'm talking to a bunch of emotional people. So when I talk to emotional people, I get an emotional reaction and I get outlandish reactions. I mean, I literally had a guy say that uh, this man won every round. Like, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Now, what I will say is this, guys, for all the Ngannou fans out there, y'all should be very proud. Shit, I was proud for Ngannou. What Ngannou showed me, what Ngannou showed me, okay, is that if you believe in yourself, anything's possible. You know, right? And he really showed that once again. Okay. I never really followed Ngannou throughout his whole career, but I can tell you this, I'm a true fan of him now. I'm truly a fan of Ngannou. So for anybody out there who's misconstruing my words right now, because I know that's what y'all like to do, um, y'all got it fucked up. I like Ngannou. Matter of fact, I really like Ngannou. I became a fan tonight of Ngannou. I really believe that he put up a fantastic fight. However, however, when you say robbery, you know what a robbery in boxing is? A robbery means that the other guy won so clearly and y'all gave it to the other guy. That's what a robbery means. Okay, a close fight that gets tipped to one direction or another direction is not a robbery, y'all. It's not a robbery. That's called a close fight and a difference of opinions. That's what that's called. That is called a close fight and a difference of opinions. Okay, but when you say robbery, what you're saying is it was so one-sided and the other guy won. That's a robbery. Okay, so y'all gotta really like this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. You need to get educated before you start rambling. But I'm gonna stay right here with y'all though. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue to talk about it. We're gonna continue to talk about it. Matter of fact, okay, I see what's going on. We got a bunch of MMA fans in here right now, and this is y'all moment of glory. I get it. My bad. This is y'all moment of glory. I get it. Now, this is a good question. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question. This is actually a question that's coming from my YouTube live. Okay, so if you guys really want to see your question put up, this is a good question. Coach, who do you think did more damage? Okay, that's a fantastic question. Let me go ahead and point that out. Coach, who do you think did more damage? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think I do believe that Ngannou did more damage. However, okay, I think the punches that he did land were solid. Okay, I think that when he did land, he got Fury's attention. However, I don't think he did enough of it. I don't think he did enough of it. He got the knockdown. Round 8, I mean, I don't know what round it was. He hit him with a couple of shots. There was a little split on the forehead. You got to also remember, Tyson Fury's a white guy. He's going to mark up easier than Francis Ngannou. Okay, that's just freaking not. That's a fact. Okay, so we're not going to sit there and talk about look at the face or whatever. But what I will say is Tyson Fury did not look strong tonight against Francis Ngannou, and that's not to take away anything from Francis. I believe Francis is just that much stronger than Tyson Fury. So yes, I think Tyson Fury definitely got a situation where he didn't maybe do as much one punch damage, but based off of how a boxing round is scored, ladies and gentlemen, okay, how a boxing round is scored. Okay, more punches were landed by Tyson Fury, okay, over the duration of a 10-round fight. Okay, now Francis or Ngannou landed some clean counter punches. 100%. 100%. I didn't get on this stream to give Fury all his props. I actually came on here to give Ngannou his props until I came in here and see y'all talking crazy. Another person said Fury shouldn't have let it be that close. Well, listen, I don't think Fury let it be that close. I think it ended up that close. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like when y'all say stuff like, when y'all say stuff like Fury shouldn't have let it be that close, he had no choice but for it to be that close. And Ngannou bought the fight. That like it was a hard fight for Fury. So how is it going to be a situation where he can't let it be that close? I understand the mindset. You're the world champion boxer. That's what I thought. I personally thought that Fury was going to win easier. However, he had a difficult night. And that's all it was. It was a difficult night for Tyson Fury. It was a difficult night. I think he won a fight in a very difficult fight. I do not believe it was easy. But hey, big shout out to everybody who thinks Ngannou won. Big shout out to all the MMA fans. I know all you MMA fans are super duper happy and proud of your fighter and proud of your sport. And I would be as well. Honestly, I would be as well. But at the end of the day, when you guys calm down and watch the fight again, because you're going to watch this like 100 times, when you guys watch the fight again, get a pen and paper and score the fight based off of what a boxing match is scored on. Okay? Not just the knockdown, and not just a couple of decent punches that were landed here and there throughout the fight. Only a few good punches were landed throughout the fight, okay, with the exception of the knockdown, and I believe it was round number 8. The other rounds, I thought that Tyson had a little bit more activity, and I thought the activity won him the rounds. I don't think he was a great dominate. I don't think Tyson Fury dominated any round, to be quite honest with you. I don't think Tyson Fury dominated any round. I thought that Ngannou dominated the rounds that he did win with a knockdown. And obviously, I think it was round 8 where he landed some good punches. And then outside of that, I didn't really see what he did to win the rounds, guys. I mean, I'm being so honest right now. Let me see this question right here. If you got a good question or an educated question, I'm going to put you up. And if you guys want your questions, you got to head over to my YouTube channel, guys. Coach Anthony Boxing on YouTube. And I will go ahead and showcase your question. And we can go ahead and talk about this. It's hard for me to do it on Instagram at the same time as this. Coach, a good question. When Francis started standing southpaw, he played very well, specifically in round 8 and round 3. If you were training, would you focus on his southpaw stand? Well, I'm going to tell you what I immediately saw. What I immediately saw was when Francis went southpaw, Tyson Fury tried to match his southpaw. And I think it was an ego trip in the beginning. I'm going to be honest. I think in the beginning rounds, when Fury went southpaw with Francis, it was an ego trip. But I believe that Fury was uncomfortable southpaw. Okay, I don't believe Fury was very comfortable. If you notice, he was falling into his punches. He was looking sloppy when he went southpaw, and he wasn't looking too good. Where Francis kept his composure southpaw. As the fight got a little bit deeper in the fight, you notice when Francis went southpaw, Tyson decided to stay orthodox because he knew that at that point of the fight, it wasn't a good idea to let his ego overcome him. Now, as far as your question goes, would I focus on him being a southpaw? I think he's a guy who could fight both stance. What I would focus on in Ngannou is just getting him to learn how to set up his power a little bit better. You know what I mean? Work his jab a little bit more, tighten up his defense just a little bit more. But the man is a specimen, man. Like, you could see that when Tyson Fury threw his punches, at Francis Ngannou, it was like Ngannou was just still right there as if the punches didn't move him. It's amazing to me how sturdy he was and how strong he was. And when they got into the clinches, you can easily see that Tyson Fury is usually the guy who can lay on you, rest on you, and do those things. It was obvious tonight he couldn't do those things. So those are the things that I saw that was very good with Francis Ngannou. Trying to go through all his comments, guys. See, some of the comments that are going on in here are so ridiculous that I just know, like, it just explains to me who I'm talking to right now. So I can't even waste my breath with some of you guys. I'm gonna be honest, because some of the comments just shows me where your mind is at, which means you're not even worth me replying to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not even worth my reply because your level of understanding is so low that if I was to reply to you, I would look like the fool. So a lot of you guys out there talking crazy, unless you throw up an educated question or an educated comment, I'm not going to even acknowledge it. You feel me? You just talking to yourself. But hey, thank you for the engagement. For all you fools out there talking crazy, thank you for the engagement. I appreciate that. Keep talking. I need the engagement. You feel me? Guys, make sure you guys head over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Coach Anthony Box, and that's where the action's really at. I just came on Instagram real quick just so you guys can see. But we got a whole nother situation going on right here on my YouTube channel, guys. We got a whole nother situation. So if you want to go ahead and chop it up with me, make sure you guys go over there. I'm going to be honest. So, yo, check this out. I'm going to be honest. After what I saw tonight from Tyson Fury, for the people asking me right now, there's a few people asking me, who do I believe would win between Tyson and Usyk after this performance? I mean, listen, it's no secret that Tyson Fury didn't look good today. It's no secret that he did not look good today. He looked it horrible today based off of the fact he was fighting a person who is not a traditional boxer, right? That's really what we're grading him on. But we do have to take a few things into account. We do got to take a few things into account. First of all, Francis Ngannou is a very strong, athletic man. Okay, he's very strong. I mean, he holds the record for the hardest punch in the world. Am I not right or wrong? Right? Okay. Secondly, besides his punching power, he has physical strength. Okay. Let's just go over a few things, guys. I just got to go over a few things. He has physical strength. Okay. Third, Tyson Fury got a lot of pressure. because he has to go out there and look good against a guy who's not the boxer. But this guy turned out to be a lot better than Tyson Fury expected. So now Tyson Fury's got to deal with the anxiety in the ring, okay? So that's another issue. Okay, Tyson Fury did not look strong tonight, but I believe he didn't look strong because of who he was fighting. I believe that the guy that he was fighting was so much stronger and in so much better physical strength shape that it showed tonight. A lot of boxers don't get into that kind of shape. If you notice, a lot of professional boxers, they don't focus on the strength aspect of the strength and conditioning as much as MMA fighters, right? Because MMA fighters, they wrestle, they do jujitsu and things of that nature. So therefore, they're a little bit more focused on the strength aspect than the boxers. A lot of boxers are focusing more on cardio, focusing on their boxing technique, the sweet science skills. So when he went inside a ring today with a guy who was that physically strong and he couldn't maul him with his body weight like he typically does, I think that also made Tyson Fury very uncomfortable. Where a fight with Usyk would be a totally different kind of a fight. All right, Usyk is also a traditional boxer. He's gonna come in, they're gonna both be sizing each other up, doing a lot of different tactics. But I do believe that Tyson Fury is contemplating retirement, man. I think that he's gonna take this fight. He's gonna really reflect, and I don't know if he will fight Usyk. I think Usyk is looking at this like, shit, if there's a time to fight Tyson Fury, it's right now. And I think Usyk wants that. But it's a totally different fight. If you would have asked me this question a year ago, I probably would have quickly said Tyson Fury. Now, after what I saw today, I'm not so sure. And I'm also not so quick to bash Tyson Fury either, because I know styles make fights. And in boxing, styles make fights. And we really still don't know how that style matches up. So I really can't fully give you an answer at this moment in time. But we got to remember that the awkwardness, the strength, everything that Ngannou. Hold on. Yo, bro.
Are you done with the stream or not?
I'm still on here. I'm on here right now.
Send me the stream you're on. I'll be in.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you right now. What's your email again?
I'll text you.
I'm gonna send it to you now. 1 second, guys. Guys, make sure y'all go over to my YouTube channel if you want to go ahead and have an educated conversation with me. Educated conversation, guys. Educated conversation. So all my boxing people, all my MMA people, educated MMA fans, educated boxing fans, head over to the YouTube channel. All right? I'm about to get off the Instagram. All right, now I'm going to focus on you guys 100%.
Yo. Hello. Yo. By the way, no camera on today. I just came back from a shoot, so I don't want to hear anything.
Now you just scared to show your face because you see how these MMA fans is coming in my stream, man.
But I got a question.
You scared. But go ahead.
Okay. I got a question. Do you think, regardless of how an MMA fighter does versus a boxer, do you think even if he knocks him out, like other than being knocked out, my fault, even if he knocks the dude out, like a decision wise, I'm talking about decision. I'm not talking about knockout. But even if he does really, really good on a decision, but still doesn't get it versus a boxer, what do you think about do you think no matter what a MMA fighter will it be really, really, really hard to be like a boxer in boxing?
I lost you, bro.
Okay, you know how it was controversial, and I think Tyson won, right?
Okay, you thought Tyson won.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a robbery, but my question is, It's because I did really like how Francis looked, and I'll be the first one to say because
Me too.
I thought he was
Listen,
gonna look bad.
I came. Listen, bro. Before we go forward, I came on here to praise Ngannou. I came on here to
Yeah,
praise.
because everybody was talking about that breakdown video. I'm like, yo,
I came on here to say how fantastic he looked. But then I also have it in me to say, I'm not going to let y'all get that robbery shit off, though, because it was not a robbery. I'm not going to let y'all get that off because now we just throwing the word robbery around too freely. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, let me
But
rephrase the
Ngannou
question.
looked fantastic. But go ahead.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Let me rephrase the question because I don't even get what I just said. I'm saying, do you think the judges, no matter how good an MMA fighter does against the boxers, the judges are always going to lean towards the boxer?
No,
That's my question.
I don't believe that at all. I think what happened tonight was the judges scored the fight fairly. I believe that tonight,
I'm not saying tonight. I'm not saying tonight. Like, say if a MMA fight does really, really good against a boxer.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's true at all. I think that what happens is when an MMA fighter does really good against a boxer, everybody screams robbery because they are like, they didn't expect them to do that freaking good. And of course, you still got these guys out here that are like trying to make boxing and MMA a beef. Like they're trying to make, oh, it's either boxing or MMA. Hey, for all you freaking geniuses out there who are saying that boxing ain't shit and all this bullshit that y'all saying.
Yo, you see,
no. To all you clowns out there who's in my stream right now, yo, make sure you make this a short. Okay? For all you clowns out there who are saying boxing ain't shit because Ngannou did good tonight, you know what Ngannou was doing tonight, you dumb motherfucker? He was boxing. He was using boxing. He wasn't fucking doing something different. He wasn't doing a different. Doing a different style of fighting. He was boxing. You freaking moron! MMA fighters box. For all you dumb motherfuckers out there who are MMA fans who never fought a day in your life, MMA fighters utilize boxing. I train MMA fighters. Do you see the freaking picture on the wall? Okay. That is Muhammad Lawal. He was an MMA fighter, a wrestler. He did jujitsu. He kickboxed. He boxed. MMA fighters utilize boxing. Congratulations, you fucking moron. So listen, to make your point, okay, the fight was closer. The fight was closer than we expected. Therefore, we get robbery. But it wasn't a robbery.
Yeah, I just made Coach go off.
Close.
I just made Coach go off with that question.
Anyway,
but that's what I was like. Look,
I'm not even angry though, bro. That's the.
I know.
That's the
because.
But bro, we got these idiots in the stream who think they know something. It's like, my dog, you never threw a punch in your life, but you talking about boxing ain't shit. Why don't you come demonstrate, my guy? We're not hard to find. We in the gyms every day. We're not hard people to find. Come demonstrate. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're an MMA fighter, that's a different story, right? Because we, as boxers, as pugilists, we respect MMA fighters. We understand that MMA fighters have an advantage because you guys utilize more styles of fighting. But MMA is not an art form on its own. MMA is the art form of learning different arts, including boxing. Okay? Boxing is not eliminated from MMA. Okay? So all you dumb MMA fans, okay, I'm around real UFC fighters, real MMA fighters, and they never talk like you dumb motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, chat. Can we get a raise of hands? Can we get a raise of hands of how many people?
I'm around real MMA fighters, real UFC fighters, and I've never heard none of them talk like that before.
Yo, chat. Let me get a
hey,
hands up. Hands up if you ever heard Coach curse live on stream.
I'm tired of the MMA fans who got the most to say because y'all don't even sound educated in your own sport. Y'all don't even sound educated in your own sport because I'm around real MMA fighters and they don't talk like that. They respect boxing. Matter of fact, MMA fighters hit me all the time. Yo, coach, what's up, man? I'm trying to improve my boxing. MMA includes boxing. That boxing versus MMA thing, that was so ancient Rome. We don't even talk like that no more. That's when UFC first came on the scene. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew what UFC was. And of course, boxers were like, nah, we're the best. But then we came to become educated ourselves and we learned real quick. Oh, MMA is jujitsu, kickboxing, wrestling, and boxing, and anything else that is fucking effective out there. You feel me? So why
Wait,
wouldn't we respect it? We respect
Coach.
it just as much as they respect us. But of course, you got the clowns.
Coach, I got a question. I got a question for chat. I said this already, but I got a question for chat. Have you guys ever seen Coach Anthony curse live on stream? He hasn't cursed a single time live on stream. Now he going off on you. I think there's people that said you're pissed. Me like how is Coach gonna be pissed when Tyson won? Like
I'm not even
he's
pissed.
not pissed.
See, this is what's funny. I come from an era where you could speak loudly in debate and not be upset. See, a lot of
trust me, you speak loudly when you debate.
a lot of these new modern day guys, they can't do that because they automatically get emotional. That's the emotion. See, I'm just speaking loudly and debating with y'all.
I know.
This is regular. Like, I swear to God, I'm not even upset, Zach. But at the same time, you got to speak loudly when you got guys in here who are just so uneducated, like, fellas. If you're gonna come into my stream talking about fighting or boxing or MMA, at least be educated, bro. At least be I just asked you to do some educate yourself. Just educate yourself.
Trust me, this is normal, chat. This is no. I've argued with this man and debated with this man. He's exactly the same, bro. It does not matter. He will be exactly the same. I've debated with him, and he's talked over me. While I'm at the point where like, damn, I kind of want to stop this debate right now. Now, but what were you saying? Ngannou for me, bro, I was real surprised by him. I think those pad work videos were deceptive. They were so deceptive. Those.
Well, you know what? Listen, I say I'll be the first to say I was dead wrong. After that, I said that on my prediction. I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong about thinking that this was going to be an easy fight for Tyson Fury. I was 100% dead wrong. Make sure you cut this up into a short. I was 100% dead wrong about thinking it was going to be an easy fight. However, Tyson Fury won the fight.
Oh yeah, I definitely I agree.
So I wasn't wrong about my prediction, but I was wrong about how I believe the fight was going to play out. 100%. And this is 2 fights in a row, and it was both from the Fury family. I thought that the younger Fury was going to do good against KSI, and I thought that, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, so what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So this just goes to show for all the boxers out there. Now I'm talking to the boxers now and the boxing fans. Stop thinking because we're boxers that a guy can't come into our sport and do good. That's a lesson for us as boxers. Do you see how unbiased I am, Zacharuni? Do you see it?
Yeah,
I am super unbiased. I'm talking to the boxers now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the
MMA
guys gotta get screamed on too because these MMA fans are ridiculous, bro.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think they are. But I would say this is for the boxing fans too. Also, there's no way Fury is gonna fight Usyk. There's zero way. After getting knocked down, he's not fighting Usyk. There's no way he's gonna fight Usyk. Just because they were supposed to fight in December, there's zero way. He got knocked down. He went the distance with Francis. There's no way he's fighting Usyk. But I would say he did win that fight to me. I thought it was definitely close, but I'm not screaming robbery. You feel me?
It was 100%. And listen, if there was somebody who came in here and said, yo, I felt that Francis Ngannou won, I wouldn't have been mad at that either.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
Robbery that pisses me off. It's
not, he didn't win clearly. He didn't win clearly.
It's not the I thought Francis won that bothers me. That doesn't bother me at all. That's like cool. That's your opinion. But robbery with these big letters, boxing is fixed. This was a freak. Like, it's like, dog, stop. Yeah. Like no. Like,
there's zero way. There's zero way in my opinion. It
was not a robbery, yo. Chill. Yeah.
Like, I think 9 times out of 10 that Fury does beat Ngannou. I think this was the best outcome for Ngannou because like not best outcome. Best outcome is to knock him out, obviously. But for me, it was the best outcome. Like I said it about the Tommy Fury KSI fight. You remember? Like it was for me. Just being that close with Tyson is already like a reward in itself. You feel me? Being
Hell
that close
yeah.
and knocking him down, like there's no way for me it was a robbery. In my opinion, it wasn't a robbery. But my thing was
It
is
was too
is I
close.
was so
It was
surprised.
too.
I was so surprised,
I'm
man.
still happy. I'm very open to say it was too close for comfort for anybody who's a true boxing fan who expected boxing to look great tonight. It was too close for comfort, and I think that's the biggest issue with the whole situation. Like it just showed, like either it showed one or two things: how great Ngannou is, which I think that's it definitely showed that.
Oh yeah, he
But
looked good, man.
where is Tyson Fury at his point in his career? How
Yeah,
serious is he? He said he did a 12-week camp.
that's
I mean,
cap.
it's
He did
hard to
not do
say
no
because his
12 camp.
body never reflects a 12-week camp. It's hard to say,
Yeah,
but his performance today didn't look like a guy who took a
yeah,
12-week camp. You know what I mean? His performance looked very lackluster today. He looked nervous today. And I think it had a lot to do with the pressure. I think that he had so much pressure in this fight that also played a toll.
well, you also got that he had that Usyk fight lined up, and you know what's crazier? And let me point this out to the people right now. Francis Ngannou is older than Tyson Fury.
I know
Point that out
by
by
quite
two
some years.
years.
By
He's
quite
older than the fact that Francis. I give
now
like
who looks
moral
older? Now who looks older though?
like who looks older. I think Francis looks a little older, but like
You think so? I think
yeah.
Tyson looked older.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I could get that, but what I'm saying is, it's already a moral victory in itself for a guy who's older than Tyson, never boxed. Well, he comes from a boxing background. I just found out in France he used to box, but Francis Ngannou is 37, and the fact that he went with a guy that's younger than him and had been boxing all his life is already a moral victory. No robbery was involved, in my opinion, but Francis looked good. I was surprised that his jab was decent. He didn't he like Tyson couldn't move him, like you said. I just didn't think that he edged it out, in my opinion. But in my opinion, also, I do think no matter how good an MMA fighter does,
Were you
unless he doesn't
scoring?
knock him out.
Were you scoring the fight?
No, I was at a shoot, so I was watching it most of. I was watching 90% of the fight, but I wasn't there scoring the rounds because I had to shoot too.
Yeah, I wasn't scoring the rounds per se, but based off what I saw, I just like I said, Ngannou did a lot of standing in front, waiting for punches to come at him so he could counter. And I think those are the rounds he lost.
Yeah,
I just thought those are the rounds he lost. You know what I mean? I thought that he won the rounds that he let his hands go.
yeah.
And that was only a couple of rounds. That was the round he got the counter punch in. That was round
That was a
8.
good counter punch, man. When he
Yeah,
knocked him
I
down,
mean, no,
looked
and
great.
it was also partially Tyson Fury was off balance. I mean,
Yeah,
Tyson Fury lunged in with the cross, his whole body was
yeah.
forward, and Ngannou just threw the hook and he kind of fell forward. I
Yeah,
mean,
but still, knockdown doesn't matter. He connected and he went down. So for
yeah,
me,
he
it's a
connected and
good
he went
knockdown.
down and he got a legitimate knockdown. So that right there is what swayed everybody's opinion, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
I would say my rebuttal though. My rebuttal for me is the question I asked you. Um, I would say unless the MMA fighter does knock him out or win clearly for split decision, I don't think they get the nod.
Why not?
Just because it's boxing, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not screaming corruption or anything like that, but I'm just saying, for me, I think the judges will always, no matter how close that fight is, and even if it was even closer, I felt like they would have given it to Tyson. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Just
know
think
because
about it.
one judge gave it to Francis.
You're right. You're right.
One
You're
judge
right.
only had it by 1 point for Tyson, and one
You're
judge
right.
had it by 3. When you called me on the phone, I said, "What did I tell you?" I thought he was winning by how many points?
Like 2, right?
I said
You
2
2.
points.
Yeah.
So I was somewhere in the right
But they
area.
still gave him the nod. That's all my thing is about.
Yeah, I don't.
I still think he won.
I get what you're saying. You're probably saying to yourself, "Why would they give the MMA to fight at the nod when Tyson Fury is the star or whatnot?" But
No, I'm just saying because I'm just
if I'm
saying
not
in
mistaken,
general. I'm saying in general. I'm not saying for this fight because I thought that Francis lost and I thought Tyson won. But I'm saying no matter how good my thing is, I think no matter how close a fight is versus an MMA fighter versus boxer, unless the MMA fighter wins clearly or gets a knockout, I don't think he's getting a nod in the split decision. That's not bad to say. That's just like my opinion. You feel me? Like I just don't think they get the nod. No MMA fighter is gonna really get the nod versus a boxer in a split decision.
I
Because
mean,
on
you
either
know,
side of the spectrum, you feel me?
that's an opinion. I mean, we can't.
That's an opinion, but like that just from like me like imagine if this was fight was way closer, right? Like way
It
closer.
was close. How close? How
No, I
much
said
closer could it
closer,
have
like
gotten? How
closer.
much closer could it have gotten than what we saw tonight?
Like say if like in your eyes, Francis won an extra round, and it was 2 points. You feel me? And
If
instead of
he
two
won an
points, it was
extra,
one
if he
point.
would have won an extra round, he would have won tonight because one judge had Tyson winning by
I'm
one
talking about
point.
you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you because you said 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, then I would have still gave it to Tyson because I personally thought he was still winning by 2 points. So that means he would have needed 3 points
No,
to
no,
win.
but that's just my opinion. I just don't think they that those MMA and that's not a knack on anybody. I just don't think they get the nod in the split decision. I'm not saying that
I
Francis
think it
won
just depends. Yeah, I think it depends how close the fight is. If it's a close
exactly.
fight, you might have a point. But if it's a clear fight, I think they're gonna be fair and give it to the guy who clearly won. Tonight, there was no clear, super clear victory in this situation. It was a close fight, a good fight, a better fight than we expected. And therefore, you got a big amount of MMA
They saying I
fans.
don't know any but
I don't know how
anything.
many boxing fans in here feel like Ngannou won. Where's my pure boxing heads that feel Ngannou won? You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? They say I'm Coach Anthony Shooter, not shooter like that, but like I'm his photographer, videographer. Why would like I have to know boxing to be around him? Like I'm not stupid. You feel me? Like I that's just an opinion. I thought Tyson won. It doesn't matter like what the fuck I think. You feel me? And
It doesn't matter
excuse
what
my French, but it doesn't matter what I think.
it
That's
doesn't
just my
matter what
opinion.
anybody thinks at the end of the day. But I personally don't think it was a robbery. You don't think it was a robbery.
I didn't think it was right.
There's
I
a
just gave my
huge
opinion
there's a
on that.
huge amount of people in this stream who believe it was a robbery. And there's still a good amount of people in here who believe that Fury won. So if there's that many differences of opinions, that goes to show you it wasn't a robbery. Because if it was a robbery, there would be no for other opinions. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And I totally agree with you. And what's crazy for me is that 90% of the people screaming robbery, like they're disagreeing with you and they're arguing with you. But you gotta like you guys gotta remember this man has coached UFC fighters. He coached King Mo and Bellator. He knows about MMA. He's not oblivious to MMA and just a boxing coach. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He's a striking coach too. You feel me? Like
Well, listen.
like he knows. Like you feel me?
It doesn't matter what I've done, but it's just what the point.
No, but I'm
is.
saying you know about this shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's just an opinion game. It's just an opinion game. I know what's going on, but listen, when the smoke settles and everybody's calm and a lot of these guys who are in here talking crazy, when they're finally relaxed in a relaxed state and they watch the fight again.
I did watch the fight. I don't know
Grab
what
your
people
pen and
watch UFC. I did
paper.
watch the fight.
Grab your pen and paper and score the fight unbiasedly, and then get back on here and tell me the rounds that Ngannou won. That's all I ask. And
He definitely
listen,
won that third.
if I was to watch it again, let me tell you how unbiased this situation is. If I was to watch it again, right? Let's say I did the same thing. And I came up with the scorecard 96-94 for Ngannou. Let's just say I watched the video again and I'm like, you know what, Zach? After reviewing the video, I felt that Ngannou won 96-94 or 95-94, right? Let's just say I scored that way. Is that still a robbery?
Mm.
It's not a robbery, bro. It's a 1-point fight. How can you call a 1-point fight a robbery? Now, if I go ahead and watch it again and it's like, bro, Ngannou didn't lose any rounds, bro, or he only lost one round. Now we talking about a robbery.
Yeah. And also to repeat,
We're swinging the fight one round this way, one round this way. Robbery or difference of opinion, man.
This is also to repeat. Nobody didn't say that Francis didn't look impressive. Francis looked impressive to us. We never said that
exactly.
He looked shit.
Francis
looked really good. I think he looked better than Conor, in my opinion. When Conor fought Floyd, for me, like he looked really good. But I'm not gonna based on because he looked really good. I'm not gonna say he won. You know what I'm saying? Like he did look good, but he didn't win. Like that's you feel me? But he looked good. I give him his, and that should be already a moral victory. Let me say it again. That should be a moral victory already, because Francis won. The only thing he didn't win was the fight. He won. He won everything else. He got the bag, the crazy purse. That should already be a moral victory. Even getting to Saudi Arabia, going to fight, and being that competitive with Tyson. You feel me? Like should already be a moral victory to people.
It's 100% a moral victory, and I think that's what he got. I think at the end of the day, Ngannou did win tonight, and that's what I was gonna come on here and say. Ngannou did win tonight, but he didn't win on the scorecards, in my opinion. But he won tonight. I mean, hands down. Tyson Fury won as well because he made a bunch of money, but in his
That's
heart,
usual for him.
in his heart, he knows that it was too close. Okay, in his heart, he knew it was too close, and I know he feels like he lost because of that. But at the end of the day, if we're going unbiasedly and we're just scoring it based off of a scoring system, I believe still to this moment that Tyson Fury edged out a very close fight due to activity. I believe activity won him the fight. I don't believe that damage won him the fight. I don't believe any super skills won him the fight. I don't think he looked super skilled in there tonight. I thought he looked sloppy. I thought he looked a little off. But his activity, and he landed more jabs, more crosses throughout the night. I thought that Ngannou landed a couple of good shots throughout the night, and everybody whooped and hollered every time he threw a punch because we knew that he has such strong punching power.
Yeah.
But a lot of those punches weren't even landing, and it wasn't a lot of punches being thrown by Ngannou. You can't win a fight if you're not throwing enough punches.
Can I say something too? I would say this fight made Fury's confidence go way down. Like I don't think he fights after this. I don't think he fights after this.
Me neither. I think he retires.
Like because I know he's not going to beat Usyk. I say the fight's close, but he has to prepare like and work because I didn't think he worked enough for in this camp, regardless of what he says, and it looked like in the ring. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely ruins his confidence, and I don't know if he's gonna ever fight again after this. You fight a guy with an MMA fighter who has no boxing matches, yes, has boxing experience, and then he it's that competitive with them. Like it's obviously gonna lose his confidence. He's gonna lose a lot of his confidence, and I don't know if he's gonna hang up the gloves or not.
Listen, there's a very high chance he'll hang up the gloves tonight, but we don't know. Or he might want to go out, you know what I'm saying, on his shield one more fight. Maybe he'll give Francis Ngannou a rematch, which I think he deserves one.
Yeah, he does deserve a rematch.
I think if you're gonna fight again, you decided to go this route. I think at this point now you just leave Usyk alone and give Ngannou his rematch. I mean,
well, I already didn't like what Tyson was doing pre Ngannou. Like he was just fighting the guys he fought beat already, like smacked up. Like he fought Derek Chisora, and then he fought Derek Chisora. I don't remember if he fought Dillian White either, but I know he fought Derek Chisora. He already beat him up. I already didn't like what he was doing pre Ngannou, but and going into the fight, I thought Tyson. Don't get me wrong, I thought Tyson was going to steamroll him going into the fight, but I'm thoroughly impressed with Ngannou. Yeah, I thought he was going to steamroll him, but I was thoroughly impressed with Ngannou.
I thought that Tyson was going to like either carry him through the fight or get him out of there, one or the other. I didn't expect it to be competitive, and that was the main thing that I can say I was dead wrong about. The man was just in the fight till the very last bell, and that just goes to show that Ngannou is that strong, man. Like I didn't see anything outside of just pure strength and will to win tonight. I think if you just give Ngannou a couple of more tools, man, who knows?
He's definitely not fighting.
Sky's the limit for that guy in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you know what I mean?
Fury's definitely not fighting Usyk in December. No, there's no way. I don't think he fights him at all, in my opinion. After this fight,
he's 100% fighting Usyk in December. That fight's ruined. I think he should fight Ngannou again if he's gonna fight again. But then
it makes so much money.
If you're a handler of Tyson Fury, you say to yourself, do you want to fight Ngannou again, or do you just take that victory and run off? Because what happens if
that's his ego was bruised.
Now Ngannou got even more confidence. Maybe the next fight he does stop Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you notice, Tyson had that energy in him real early. Like he thought he was gonna do something to Ngannou too. I mean, he jumped out in the first round with a huge 1-2.
He hit
right
him with an
off the
elbow
rip.
too. Like Fury hit him with a straight elbow too.
Now, do you think that was intentional? Do you think it was an
No, no,
accident?
no. It was an accident. It looked like an accident to me.
It looked like an accident, but when you saw it in slow mo, you're like,
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that an
yeah.
accident?
But I was surprised that Fury, not Fury, Ngannou ate that. He ate it.
Yo, that,
I
and that
was like,
like
damn.
that's what I mean about Ngannou. He didn't even flinch when the
Right?
elbow hit him. Like that was the number one thing I took away from Ngannou. Like, yo, this guy's a tank, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like
why
you
I knew Fury wasn't gonna
really
knock him out
gotta,
after that.
you really gotta hurt that. It's like you gotta shoot that guy or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
Like
how
he
I
was,
knew he wasn't gonna. I knew Tyson wasn't gonna knock out Ngannou after I saw that elbow didn't phase Ngannou at all. Because obviously he he was in MMA, so he could take those elbows. But I was like, damn, there's no way he's getting knocked out. He looks like what you said too. He looks sturdy, man. He did. Like Fury for me couldn't really move him like crazy.
right.
But
Yeah, man.
I was thoroughly impressed, and I would say that's definitely a W for Francis morally and the whole fight. Throughout the whole fight, promos, everything, it's a win for him except the fight. That's it.
Yeah,
Like,
100%, man. So definitely, definitely, I'm glad this happened. This was actually really exciting for boxing. It shook things up a little bit. It got people talking. There's obviously going to be a whole bunch of people screaming robbery. So you know that there's going to be a buzz on this for probably another week, maybe 2 weeks. It's great for the sport, man. And Tyson Fury, he got some thinking to do. Honestly, if I was him, based off tonight's performance, I would really pay attention to how do you want your career to end. Now, he doesn't have to retire. He didn't like look like a beaten like guy that can't fight again. However, if he wants to end his career undefeated, he may want to evaluate some things. If
I got
he
a
doesn't
question.
care, if he doesn't care if he loses, then I believe he can continue to fight a little bit. I mean, I don't think he's like completely washed. I just don't know based off tonight's performance, was that him or was that just Ngannou? Or was that a little bit of both? I don't know.
I got a
There's only
question.
one way to clear it up, and that's for him to fight Ngannou again.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that either.
Oh, he also canceled his post fight interview. That's what people are like. Tyson canceled his post fight interview. Also, question: after this fight and seeing how competitive it was, who do you think, or in your opinion, what is the next boxer versus MMA fighter? Like what fight? What event do you see coming
Right
up next?
now, I just want to see Ngannou in boxing now. So I would like to see Ngannou get guys like Jared Hurd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Guys,
this is a question for you too. What MMA versus boxer fight do you want to see next after today?
I never really cared to see MMA fighters fight boxers because when boxers win, it's really not a real victory. And if an MMA fighter wins, it makes boxing look bad, right? So
Mm,
I don't really look for those fights. I mean, look, at the end of the day, boxers are boxers and MMA fighters and MMA fighters. And we all know that if a boxer goes to MMA,
James
he's
Tony.
not going to win,
Mhm.
right? And if an MMA comes to boxing, he has a chance because there's boxing in MMA training.
Mhm.
So, yes, boxers got the advantage, but MMA fighters box. Okay, I knew MMA fighters. Matter of fact, I lived in an area where a guy by the name of Frankie Edgar was at one time, the champion. And Frankie Edgar would spar boxers 12 rounds with no headgear. I watched him do it with my own eyes. And he would do pretty freaking good. He would do good. He wasn't in there like getting his ass beat or nothing like that. He can actually spar 12 rounds with boxers. And he's obviously in MMA a fantastic striker, but in boxing, he wasn't bad either. And so there's a lot of MMA fighters who can box a little bit, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people who are boxers don't know that MMA fighters can box because we're only paying attention to boxers, but there are MMA fighters who can box. Now, who do I want to see? I don't care to see it because, like I said, it's not fair to the MMA fighter, and it's not fair for a boxer. It's not fair. Like if they're gonna fight, I feel like if a boxer's gonna fight an MMA fighter, then he should be willing to go to MMA as well. Like you got to do both, man. If you want to claim
Yeah,
victory over this guy, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to fight him in boxing, cool. But are you gonna return the favor or vice versa? You see what I'm saying? And we know that's not gonna happen. So I just think it's tomatoes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
And I don't think for me, like going back to what we said about Tyson's confidence, I think like just because he canceled the post fight interview doesn't mean he didn't win. Like he won still. His confidence is messed up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I can get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you go 10 rounds and you're super competitive with Francis. Your confidence is gonna be bruised too. Like you're gonna be like, damn, should I even do this again? You know what I'm saying?
let me tell you something. The whole boxing scene is on alert right now. Every boxer who is a current heavyweight right now saw what happened tonight. They were watching. They were thinking one or two things. Tyson is finished, or oh shit, this guy is better than we thought.
Yeah.
I mean, or both. And I just think that the whole heavyweight boxing is on alert. I don't know which other heavyweight boxer is going to be willing to fight Ngannou, because obviously Ngannou only has one pro fight, so I don't see like any of these up and coming fighters fighting him, like the Jared Andersons of the world and guys like that who we know are good boxers. But would he be willing to fight a guy like Ngannou? You know what I'm saying? Ngannou can derail his whole career with one punch. So we don't know. You know what I mean? But I would definitely like to see Ngannou take boxing seriously. If he wants to be a professional boxer like he is, I like to see what's next for him in boxing. I personally would like to see a rematch for Ngannou. I would like to see, he deserves a rematch.
He does. Yeah.
100% Francis Ngannou deserves a rematch, because there's too many people who believe that Ngannou won the fight. That alone gives him rematch clause, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was there a rematch clause in this fight?
If Tyson Fury's gonna fight again, I don't think he should step in the ring unless he gives Ngannou a rematch and either separates himself or just hang him up. Yeah. My personal opinion, only because of the way people feel about the fight.
I would say there has been to real quick go back to a point. There has been boxers that have done MMA, like Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields, but I think he's talking about at a high level. He's not talking about like how Amanda Serrano did it or like Clarissa, like they never fought in like the UFC stuff like that. You get what I'm saying, Coach? Like there's boxers that have gone to MMA and done well, Clarissa Shields, Amanda Serrano, but I'm saying at a high level,
yeah. Listen,
go to MMA.
Like, but see, this is like when I did the rant earlier when I was cursing and everything like that. Like, that's my point. Like, boxing is part of the MMA sport. So since it's part of the sport, just the same way that boxers or a world champion boxer goes to MMA and has to, learn how to grapple and stuff like that in order to compete. You know what I mean? Boxing's part of the training. You know what I mean? And Clarissa. And they had to fight at a lower level because obviously
that's my point. That's my point.
Now the one thing I will say though, to all the MMA people out there who are big MMA fans, I believe it does show a huge difference. Like MMA fighter proved that he can come into the sport and fight at the highest level. Like Tyson Fury's the top of the food tree. Like you can't get no higher than Tyson Fury in boxing. And then Ngannou came from MMA and pushed him to the limit, arguably won, right? Yeah. I don't see a boxer going to MMA and doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a boxer on earth that can go to MMA with no other training and be competitive. Now, maybe a guy like Terrence Crawford, but we know Terrence Crawford was a wrestler as well. So he's really not just coming in with boxing. He's coming in with wrestling and boxing. But for a boxer to go to MMA and just compete at the highest level, he would have to learn the sport. And for an MMA fighter to come to boxing, he would have to tighten up on his boxing.
Yeah, I would only see Terrence as the only one that can do that. I don't see really anybody else doing that. At that high of a level of boxing, going to MMA and fighting MMA.
Yeah, I think
the only person
because he understands wrestling. He understands wrestling and he's educated. And when you're an educated athlete, you're dangerous. And Ngannou is an educated athlete. Ngannou has been training with boxing. Like I said before, he's been boxing. It's like this wasn't his first time boxing. It was his first professional boxing match. But it wasn't his first time boxing. He's been boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, again, no excuse for Fury. Ngannou did fantastic. You know what I mean? So, I gotta tip my hat to the guy, man. The guy is amazing. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Francis Ngannou. I got nothing negative to say about the man. So for everybody in the stream who stuck around this whole hour and a half, who might have not liked my opinion, saying that, you know, I'm a clown or whatever, because I thought that Tyson Fury edged out a close fight. You could believe that and feel that way. I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day, I still am giving Francis Ngannou his props. I truly, honestly believe that man he's something special, and he proved it. Whether I believe it or not, I don't gotta believe it. But the facts are the facts. He's a special fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's facts. And real quick, while we have the people here, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com if you want to learn boxing. No Days November coming up.
Man,
World class information on boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen.
I do some promotion.
Listen, man. Listen, guys. It's a sport, and this is what happens in sports, man. Listen, you go to a football game, you're gonna have people in there throwing punches at each other over the football teams. The same thing happens in basketball. It happens in fighting. But at the end of the day, it's a sport, and at the end of the day, it's a combat sport. And I love combat sports. I love and I respect fighters. And if you respect fighters and you respect the fight game, you would at least do your due diligence to at least educate yourself fully. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of guys just talk off of emotion. They watch boxing every so often. Maybe a lot of these guys probably don't even watch boxing, so they don't know how boxing's scored. They only look at MMA fights and look at the knockouts that happen in MMA. Then when they come to a boxing match, since punches are being thrown, they're not paying attention to all the nuances that I'm looking at. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a different thing. You know what I mean? But for the people who are educated boxing fans, you know, maybe you thought that Francis won. But I'm sure you don't think it was a landslide because it was a close fight.
Facts.
Let me see these. I'm trying to go through these comments. I've never had these comments come in this fast before, bro. Yeah. Like
Holly Holm is a good example of a boxer at the MMA, but
again,
it was a lower level. It was a lower level, so she had time to learn.
She had time to learn, and not only that, she learned multiple skills. She didn't just box.
I can read some of these, by the way, Coach, for you. Mike Tyson, #1 trainer in the world. He did do good with Francis. I was surprised. Talking about CM
but reality, he wasn't. But hold on, we can't do that because Tyson Fury, though he was helping him with that technique that he didn't train him necessarily. He has another trainer.
Yeah, Mike. Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Mike Tyson wasn't in the corner tonight, so Mike Tyson's not his trainer.
I thought he was going to be in the corner. I saw him in the
He was just giving him pointers and advice. There's a big difference.
Yeah, you're right.
We got to give Ngannou's head trainer a shout out. What's his name?
Dewey Cooper.
In Vegas in the Mayweather gym.
Like
Isn't that Rody's trainer?
I think it's like what Dewey. I think Dewey.
I forget his name. Can somebody put?
I think it was Dewey Cooper or something like that.
If it's Dewey Cooper, can somebody put Ngannou's head boxing coach in there? He's the one who.
Someone said it before. That's why I remember it. Someone said it before. Yeah, Dewey Cooper. I was right.
All right, so Dewey Cooper. Big shout out to Dewey Cooper. He deserves more of the flowers. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can't overlook him, you know, in a situation like this.
Yeah, it is Dewey Cooper. I know myself.
Yeah, Mike Tyson definitely was there for the photo ops and all that type of stuff. But Dewey
he was wearing a tux. I was like, oh shit, he's not gonna coach him. I thought he was gonna be in the corner.
Yeah, I knew he was out of Mayweather gym. So he's the one who deserves the credit, in my personal opinion. If you're gonna shout out anybody, it's got to be Dewey Cooper because he's the one who spends the time with him, and he's the one who was giving him instructions in the corner.
No days off. I'm ready. No days off. November soon.
Okay, so guys, for everybody in here, since you guys like to debate, a lot of you guys love boxing, a lot of you guys love all this stuff. I'm doing something called No Days Off November, starting November 1st. I will be going live every single day for the month of November. We're going to be talking about boxing. We're going to be talking about nutrition. We're going to be talking about everything. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I bring MMA fighters on too. I'm going to bring on a UFC fighter. That is my #1 goal, to make sure I have a UFC fighter present to talk about the differences between boxing, UFC, or MMA, I should say. We're going to talk about this fight again. You know what I mean? So I'm going to make sure I make that phone call after this to make that happen. So maybe we can get an educated point of view from an MMA fighter, from a UFC fighter. but we're going to go live every single day for the month of November, starting November 1st, guys. No days off November, guys. So what I need you guys to do is go ahead, get ready for that. Take my number right now. Take my number 215-709-5437. I'm trying to put it up on the screen. There we go. Is it on the screen yet? My stuff is moving slow today, boy. You see it on the screen?
Yeah.
There we go. 215-709-5437. I'm going to be alerting you guys every single time we go live. And like I said, I'm going to bring on professional fighters. We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to give boxing tips. We're going to give mindset tips for all you guys who like boxing education. This is mainly a boxing education channel, guys. Every so often we talk about the fights. Every so often we get on here, you know, we shoot the shit. Oh, I've been cursing all night. Am I gonna get?
No,
I ain't never cursed so much on my channel in my whole life. But we, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, every so often we get on here, we talk about boxing, we do different things. But you know, at the end of the day, the whole purpose of this channel is to educate, and to educate with professionals, not amateurs who don't know what they're talking about. True professionals. And that's going to be something that we're going to be giving out. I don't know anybody else doing that. No days off November, starting November 1st. Okay, there's going to be something different every day, a different topic every day. Some days we might be here kicking it. Other days we might be in an actual boxing gym kicking it. So make sure you guys grab the number, shoot me a text, show love. I'm really a nice guy at the end of the day, Zach. You know what I'm saying? Zach, I don't get angry, do I?
Yeah, nah. we've had one of many debates where you
me and Zach talk like this. Me and Zach talk like this, like privately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we go through arguments like this all the time. By the end of the argument, we're somewhere eating, having a good time or whatever. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's just debates, man. So I didn't take none of this personal. I hope none of you guys took it personal. And if for you guys out there who really felt that Francis Ngannou won, watch the fight again, score the fight, shoot me a text, okay, 215-709-5437 with your score sheet on the exact rounds you felt Francis won. I will make sure I watch the fight again. I got to watch the fight again after all this, Zach. I have to watch it again. I don't know how I'm going to watch it again. Hopefully YouTube or something like shows it again. But I'm going to make it my duty to try to figure out how to watch this fight again. And we're going to rescore it. We're going to rescore the fight. You know what I mean? And if the fight is anything more than 4 points for Ngannou, I'm going to come on here and say it was a robbery, guys. I was just being biased. But honestly, I don't believe that the fight was more than a couple of points either direction. I still feel that Tyson got the nod, though. I'm not changing that opinion right now. You know what I mean?
All right.
All right, guys. So, yeah, that's it, man. Text me 215-709-5437, man. And, of course, you guys can go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. For those of you guys who love boxing, who want to learn boxing, who box at home. Like I said, this is a boxing education channel. You can go through all of my videos on YouTube. If you don't know me, if this is your first time here, go ahead, watch the videos, see how I teach. If it's something that you resonate with, go ahead, go to the courses, check those out. Peace and love, y'all.